the prophecy that Habakkuk the prophet received, which is Habakkuk 1:1. Welcome to the book of Habakkuk, which, to be honest, I'm not sure how to pronounce. I've heard it's Habakkuk or Habakkuk or Habakkuk. I don't know which is correct. What I do know is that the book is a prophecy, a forecast of what God is intending to do to the Jewish people ahead of the Babylonian invasion. BibleProject.com says it consists of 3 chapters, divided into main sections: a dialogue between God and Habakkuk, an oracle of woe, and a psalm known as Habakkuk's Song. The book explores themes of justice, faith, and God's sovereignty with Habakkuk, questioning God about the apparent injustice and violence in Judah and the impending Babylonian invasion. Habakkuk was likely written in the mid to late 600s BC. That's the 7th century BC. Nineveh, Assyria as an empire is no more, and the Jewish people of Judah are threatened by Assyria's replacement empire, Babylon. An interesting thing about Babylon is that it traces its roots all the way back to Genesis, to the city of Babel, where the famous tower was built. It means that the roots of Babylon go all the way back to a sinful pride so egregious that God scattered people, foiling their single language. Yet out of that origin also came the family of Abram, who was called by God to father his chosen people, Israel. Now, Israel is strayed from following God again. They need to be called back to faith in him, and for this reason, God reveals a prophecy to Habakkuk. According to some Jewish traditions, Habakkuk may have been the boy that the prophet Elisha raised from death, but nobody really knows for sure. He may have been a cantor, a minor priest in the original temple built by Solomon, because that temple would still have been intact in the late 600s BC. Like some of the other minor prophetic books, Habakkuk starts with announcing that it will be a prophecy, that forecast dictated by God. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. But perhaps that's the most important lesson to draw from these first few words of chapter 1. It's something that God speaks through a man that he, God, wants us to know. Now, I've been writing these blogs for 16 years, and while I'm hoping they're faithful to God and present things about him that you find useful, I can't claim that they're prophecy, or that God directly told me to begin any of them the way Habakkuk began his book. I'm just not in that league. So, no matter how you pronounce the name, Habakkuk, what's clear is that even in our time, it contains words from God, a revelation from Jesus, that's still meaningful to us today, over 2,600 years later.